After after 1 year walienda wakauza hiyo ng'ombe. They didn't tell her, and then wakaanza kuitisha pesa, and then they were lying to her until she went home and realized, oh, waliuza ng'ombe, and asking the reason why they sold the cow. She was being given conflicting information, but the bottom line is like they didn't want to hassle. And at some point I had responsibility. I was, supporting people at home, especially during COVID. So I was sitting down and doing my calculations. I have to pay myself first. That's how I look at it. So my savings, my retirement, healthcare savings, index fund and all that. And then what's left is obviously to pay my bills. And then, my bills involve supporting people at home. And then I sat down and realized that I am denying my child. I'm away from her almost 10 hours a day because, she goes to school. She's not in school 10 hours a day, but she has to go somewhere else for an hour or so until I get home because I have to work. And then I'm sacrificing all this time away from her. And then I can't even get her a simple thing or even take her on vacation because I am taking care of other people at home. And then those people at home, when you go home, they're not even struggling the way they claim. Those people are people that own homes, they own plots, they own rental housing. And the money you're sending them is not even to rescue them, to pay for their daily needs. You realize it's sherehe money. Watu wanaenda somewhere
to improve the quality of life.
You wanaenda wanna spend $100,000. That's almost $1,000 in one night.
Yes, balling like they play for New England.
Hiyo ni pesa na wewe you have sacrificed, you've denied your child a quality life. So we must start to have those conversations with ourselves. We should only be helping once you help yourself. Like they say when you're on the airline, first wear your mask before you start put on your mask, even if it's your child's mask. So a lot of us, we don't even have emergency funds. We're not even funding our retirement accounts, but we are busy, helping people at home. And those are the same people don't appreciate what they do. They say, wewe umekuwa maju for 20 years, you don't even have anything. Hujajenga nyumba nini. That's what they do. They laugh at us. But meanwhile, the reason why we don't have anything is because we're to educate everybody in their home. On top of that, they've had their own families. You're now educating the second and third generation. And they will continue. People have 4 or 5 kids and they don't even cater for themselves because they know Washeke is gonna be sending $1,000 a month. Kwa hivyo kukula na kulala tutalala. So I think we're not helping, we're enabling bad habits.
Yes, we are enabling bad habits. Washeke, asante sana.
I think Washeke needs to be my COVID partner. Washeke, just see me uko. I'm going to come and see you.
Okay. And I'm also seeing you for that loan behind the tent. So umesema ni millionaire. So tuonane nyuma ya tent. Loan, not
loan
tax.
As long as nini nataka 30% interest.
30%. Tunataka how much interest?
30% interest.
30% per month.
30%. Sa interest ningetoa lakini ni haramu. Kwa Waislamu interest ni haramu. Ningekupatia.
I guess he's not getting that loan.
Let's
move on to the Chipotle guy. Anaweza jisort.
Sasa
mimi mtu wa COVID tuonane tu vile ulikuwa na shambulia wale watu wengine, just send me, a loose 30% of your income. I'll take it.
Almost no is a complete sentence.
Oh, okay. All right. Si at least ungemwambia utajaribu. Ama utaangalia.
Hata hero ungeacha tu nipewe Chipotle yangu.
No. I mean, amjakuwa na hiyo story. Mimi nishakuwa story, mtu anakupigia simu from Kenya anakuambia kuna hii business endeavor, he needs 4 million. Unamuuliza raise ngapi, anakuambia hana, lakini ukimpatia ataweza. Yaani ameshakupangia everything. Like when you
what is the
everything.
payback for this 4 million? How do they intend
No,
to
hata
pay?
hakuna
Haikuangi.
payback.
Haulipwangi.
Oh, so you're investing there blindly?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
4 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, those are brave people.
Wow. Okay. All right. But I think we need voices like Washeke's, because I think a lot of narratives around this are driven around guilt, especially wale watu walichangiwa kuja huku.
Now, Ali, remember, she's speaking as a diaspora, because this question can be posed again just for pretty
Someone
much
in Kenya.
Yes, in Nairobi.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And it happens. And from what I have seen, for the people who are in Nairobi, they actually have what do they call them? Standing orders. That
To shags.
yes, it's a standing order. This money goes to account A and account B. In fact, normally to the in-law parents, there is a standing order goes to mom and to dad, and you separate them, because if you give dad and you don't give mom, there's gonna be a war. So kila mtu waganapata yake.
But I think this is
again.
also a problem. It also shows a problem, which we don't look at it from this perspective, but it's a problem with the overall economy. We know that unemployment is high, because at the end of the day, at the very basic level, I don't think there's anyone in this world who just loves, just taking money from other. Yes, there may be a small
What?
subset of Ngojeni. Hey, Ngojeni. Wait a minute.
I disagree, Ali.
No,
Did you hear
Siwasi
you did hear Washeka's story?
Yani you're attacking
you
from
African?
all angles. You guys are attacking from all angles.
I haven't said anything.
I think I think Ali must have told them it's haram for them to call him.
You guys are attacking from. I think, okay, here's what I feel. There are people who have been raised up in an environment where asking for money has been normalized. So now they've grown up in situations where this is a normal thing to do. And then I think there's also an aspect where people do calculations. So I could actually take this job and get paid 25,000 shillings a month, let's say, modest salary, 25k a month. Or I can talk to Washeke, Ali, Mike, Mika, and Omosh. If each of them sends me $50, that's more than what I'm making. And it's not, and I think these are some of the calculations that people are pulling in their minds. Do I go and slave for a Muhindi and then get paid 25,000 shillings at the end of the month, or do I hustle? Do I spend like 30 minutes to an hour a day hustling different people I know in the diaspora, and I will likely
to see which one will hit.
Yes, to see which one will hit, and it does sometimes work, which I think goes to show there's an overall problem. Washeke.
If I might add, I'm sorry. So here's an example, and this is a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. So they would always call her to buy milk, and then she sat down and she did the calculation and decided, you know what I can do is, we have land, we would have, we have place where we can grow pasture, and we have a place where we can keep a cow. So instead of, sending money every month to buy milk, why don't I buy a cow? And in the, in the first few months, I'll pay for the feeds for that cow, and for someone to assist in, in taking care of that cow, then they can get the milk from the cow. But you know what they did? Walienda wakauza hiyo ng'ombe, they didn't even tell her.
After how long was ng'ombe?
After after 1 year walienda wakauza hiyo ng'ombe. They didn't tell her, and then wakaanza kuitisha pesa. And then they were lying to her until she went home and realized, waliuza ng'ombe, and asking the reason why they sold the cow. She was being given conflicting information, but the bottom line is like they didn't want to hustle. Because even if they have someone helping to take care of the cow, you have to supervise. There's a lot of things. So essentially, it's easier for her. We've enabled, like I was saying, we've created these bad habits. Like instead of them, you have give them half the solution. You've invested, but they don't want to do the hard work. Wanataka tu pesa ingie chini kwa M-Pesa. That's it.
There's a level of entitlement among Africans. I just like saying among black people. I just want to say among
Yes,
Africans.
yes,
There's a level of
I'll give that to you,
entitlement
Ali.
among
Yes.
Africans whereby if you see that somebody who you're close with
Or you know,
has resources, you feel like you're entitled to their resources.
those are your
You're
resources
entitled
as
to
well.
their,
Yes.
they're
That's
theirs.
your
And
pot.
you demand. You don't even ask. You demand that they should be able to drop everything for their issues. So that is why you'll see somebody will say, like, nisaidie labda ya kufanya kitu fulani, right? Before you even finish doing your maths, there's already a rude answer coming out. Like, so you're wondering, were you asking me? Were you trying or not? Like, because if I ask Ali for $500 and Ali tells me hana, I'm supposed to accept hana kwa sababu nikigeuka nikiona nimwomba Ali $500, then I see Ali amepost picha na kula tomahawk steak. Sifai kukasirika.
Kwanza
Mbona Ali anakula
kwanza the
tomahawk
cry of
steak?
fried.
Alikuwa na 500 ya kukula tomahawk steak, hakukuwa na 500 ya kunipatia.
And how
So
dare
I'm not
he?
entitled to his.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not. We have there's this
That
level
is
of
true.
entitlement that we have among our family, our relatives, our friends,
That's true.
and even just people, like a stranger. Like you feel you've spoken to somebody, okay, fine. You see Washeke is a millionaire. Umemjua tu kidogo, umemsalimia hi. Ukienda kumlilia na shida zako, she has the right to say no. It's simple as that.
But I know Washeke. Why would she say no to me?
Again,
Because no is a full sentence, okay?
utaitwa
No.
mkono
And actually,
birika.
Mika, that's a funny thing because someone came to me asking for money and I said no because I knew the reason they needed money and I wasn't going to support their bad habits. So I told them, no, I don't have the money. And then the next thing I posted pictures I was on vacation. They figured I was on vacation and they came back so mad, like, hey, you told me you don't have money and I see you, you're posting pictures, you're here.
Wait,
So
it's our money,
Yeah.
your money, or their money?
Oh God.
So I'm telling you, it's the entitlement. Like, yes, hii pesa we are earning here. It's their money. They're waiting for it to come.